fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Watson with a give to Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Texans.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 43 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 21. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown to the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Cunningham on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here now the first First NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He was brought down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10-yard line.
Watson going to give this one to Miller.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Switch. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Let's go, D.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Duke Johnson.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Complete to Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Going deep here for Stills. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 29, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 38, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Texans scoop it. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Watson. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
17.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it? Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Complete to Tyreek.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
To Mecole Hardman.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eric Murray, the ex-Chief, has it.
Intercepted by the
sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 14. After the run, Watson going to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Texans 26, Chiefs 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells.
Watson's pass.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. We're credited him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Eric Murray, the ex-Chief, has it. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And the kickoff for Houston.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Mecole Hardman. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Texans.
Let's go, D. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. It's complete. Stills.
Watson's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
coming up on 2nd and 7.
7-yard line.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Watson off play action. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nico Hardman, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
We're back now in KC, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. And that's complete to Cooks.
Watson's pass.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the interception, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Watson on target here to Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Houston.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's the first carry as a Texan for the man traded for DeAndre Hopkins. It's David Johnson.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
He's across midfield.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Houston, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener.